How to build an efficient search expression. Now that we know the main sources of information, let's see an efficient way to retrieve it. The first step is to identify the need for information and the acronym that best helps to organize the terms that will be part of the search. PICO, PICOT, PACO, among others. You also need to know the basic search features and how they work. Let's start with the search operators, which are used to combine the terms of the search expression in most information systems, according to the set logic. The VHL uses the following operators: and, or, and not. Let's understand each of them. The AND operator is usually the search default in most systems, so it is not necessary to type this operator between terms. But what does this operator do? It makes the intersection between terms in the same document. That is, all the terms typed in the search box will be retrieved in the same document when we use the AND operator, or, simply, when we type a term next to the other, because the operator is added automatically. The search order makes no difference, so we can search for two or more terms using the operator AND, swapping the order of these terms. Let's see an example applied in the VHL. Let's say we need to look for articles that talk about bacteriuria and cranberry. If we search for bacteriuria and cranberry or cranberry and bacteriuria, we get the same results. Either way, we're going to retrieve both terms in the document because we use the intersection operator AND. On the other hand, the OR operator needs to be typed in. It matches the words or terms included in the search box. For example, in the search bacteriuria or cranberry, we retrieved from the document the term bacteriuria or the term cranberry, or both. Only the AND operator guarantees the retrieval of all terms in the same document. The order also does not change the result. We can, for example, search for bacteriuria or cranberry or bacteriuria, and the result will be the same. We also have the exclusion operator, which in the VHL we call AND not, and in PubMed simply not. The exclude operator must be used with great care, as it excludes a term from a search. For example, bacteriuria and not cranberry, we will exclude the term cranberry from the search. If we put cranberry and not bacteriuria, we exclude the term bacteriuria. In other words, the order of the terms determines which one will be excluded. Parentheses are important features in search expression construction. They are used to establish the correct order of the expression, and should be used when different operators are applied in the same search expression. That is, a set of terms with an OR operator must be enclosed in parentheses, just as a set of terms with an AND operator must also be enclosed in parentheses, which means that within a set of terms enclosed by parentheses, there cannot be a different search operator. The logic is the same as in mathematics, where we cannot mix the multiply, add, and subtract signs, as we can get different results. We must use parentheses to organize the sets with their proper search operators. See the example. When we type bacteriuria or cystitis and cranberry or phytotherapy or phytoterapia without the parentheses, we will get a result from the search engine. But if we organize this search expression by typing in parentheses, bacteriuria or cystitis, and combining with and the other set also in parentheses, cranberry or phytotherapy or phytoterapia, we will get an effective and real result. Note that we have a problem term set and a therapy term set. If the parentheses are not applied, the system will not understand the order of the sets and the result will be inconsistent. The quotation marks must be used to retrieve terms composed of more than one word. When typing compound terms without quotes, the AND operator is considered between them. And, in this case, there is the possibility of retrieving the term in different fields of the document. One term may appear in the title, while another may appear in the abstract or subject in an unlinked manner. Let's look at the example of the compound term, urinary infection. To make sure that the term appears this way, we put it in straight quotation marks, so we should search for the quote urinary tract infection. Another important feature is the truncation of terms, represented by the asterisk or star sign. This feature should not be used with a compound term enclosed in quotation marks. Remember that the purpose of using quotation marks is to recover exactly the phrase you typed. Regarding the use of truncation, let's look at its function and when to use it. See the example on screen. The truncation happened in two terms. In this case, the search result will bring the derivations of the two terms in which we apply the asterisk. Example: phytotherapy, phytotherapeutic, cranberry, cranberries, among other variations that may occur. Thus, the asterisk is indicated and useful because it saves us from writing out all the variations of the term. Let's build a search expression considering the following question. Is the use of cranberry as a treatment for urinary tract infection in women effective for the prevention or reduction of recurrent infection when compared to pharmacological treatment? First, let's identify the terms related to the components of PICO, that being population, patient or problem, intervention, control or comparison, and outcome. Using the example, let's fit the terms of the question and adjust to the acronym where problem, urinary tract infection in women, intervention, phytotherapeutic treatment, where we will include cranberry. Control, pharmacological treatment, which we have chosen to include antibiotics. Outcome, the endpoint is the prevention or reduction of recurrent urinary tract infection. Let's build the set with the resources we have learned so far. The first step is to identify the words or terms to represent each set, avoiding verbs. The use of uppercase letters or accentuation becomes indifferent. We must also include synonyms, variations, and use different languages for the same term. For the set P, we can use the terms urinary infection and women and search for it in more than one language, using, or not, the truncation with an asterisk. We construct a set of similar terms or idiomatic variations using the OR operator. In compound terms, we apply the quotation marks, when necessary the asterisk, and also the parentheses to separate the sets. To combine one set with another, we use the AND operator, which can be typed or not. This way, we have the search expression. Notice that it becomes larger as we insert more terms. However, how did we identify the terms? How do we search the different languages, synonyms, and variations? A great suggestion is to do a simple search in the VHL and explore the results. For example, we can use the term urinary tract infection in the search box between quotation marks and check the results. Always use the straight quotation marks. We can also use the health sciences descriptors, the DexMesh, to search for the descriptors on our topic. We can observe in the result a very significant number of documents that present the term urinary tract infection in several places. For example, in the title, abstract, and subject of documents. Note the filter, main subject. The term appears in the plural, because this is the official form of the subject descriptor. Another way to search for terms is using the DexMesh. For example, searching for urinary or urinalysis, we find the term in multiple subjects or synonyms. All these synonyms can be used in the search according to your needs. Another tip is to observe the term urinary tract infections. When we select it in DexMesh, it is shown in Portuguese, Spanish, and English. We recommend using different languages, including these variations in the development of the search expression. Pay attention to the three categories that the term fits into. In the first category, the terms bacteriuria, pyuria, and urinary schistosomiasis appear. These terms can be used in the search according to the need for information. From this point on, let's talk about herbal treatment and cranberry, element I of PICO. So, in the same way that we did the survey for urinary tract infection in women, let's search for cranberry and herbal treatment, and build the set with these terms and their synonyms or variations. In the picture you can see the terms that were selected for the search criterion I. For C, which is our control intervention, we will do the terminological survey in the same way. We opted for more specific terms such as antibiotics and their variations. The researcher should evaluate whether or not it is necessary to include other drug names in the search. And now we're going to combine these sets of P, I, and C with the AND operator. This way, we have the first set with urinary tract infection and women. The second set with herbal treatment, cranberry and its variations. And the third set with antibiotics and some variations. Between the three sets we put the AND operator so that at least one term from each set appears in the retrieved documents in the search results. Looking at the expression, it seems quite complex. But when building it step by step, we realize that its construction is quite logical despite being laborious. It is important to develop this expression outside the search box, because as it is such a long expression, using only the search box can make it difficult to type it all without any errors. It is highly recommended to use a plain text editor, like Notepad for example, or Excel. Microsoft Word is not advisable since the character formatting of some symbols such as quotation marks may not be precisely recognized and can interfere with the search results. The next step is to paste the expression in the VHL search box and click on the magnifying glass. A quick way to evaluate the results is to look at the main subject filter to confirm that we are retrieving results according to the topics we searched for. The type of study was identified in some documents. In this example, controlled clinical trials are the majority, and many systematic reviews have already been produced on this topic. If you use other search systems such as PubMed, you need to adjust the search expression using the resources of that system. On PubMed, the use of English terms is mandatory and the exclusion operator is the not operator. However, other VHL features are similar to PubMed. It is important to remember that the largest PubMed database is Medline, which is also integrated to the VHL. The search in the VHL is integrated, which means that the search expression is applied simultaneously in more than 40 health databases. Good searching!